When you were younger, was there ever a time that you were eating food and you couldn't finish your food, but maybe your parents said, come on, you have to finish it. There's people starving, or this costs a lot of money to make. Or maybe you've gone to a restaurant and you're full, but you just keep eating because you've already paid so much money. It was so expensive. Well, that's a very common phenomenon, especially within economics and psychology. And it actually links to the reasons why a lot of people struggle to lose weight. And today we're going to talk about the sunk cost fallacy. So the sunk cost fallacy is a cognitive bias where people continue to do something or make a decision, and it can range from a bit like a business failing, a bad relationship, or just watching a movie that's so boring, simply because they've already invested resources into it, whether they've already invested time into it, money into it, effort into it. So they continue to do these things even though the current cost of doing it outweighs the future benefits. You see it a lot in relationships or in dating. A guy could have spent so much money on a girl, so it's like he's not giving up until he gets what he wants, even though it'd probably be better for him mentally, emotionally, and time-wise to just move on. You see it with food, You've gone to a restaurant, you've already eaten a lot, you decide to continue stuffing yourself. And it's a reason why a lot of people cannot lose weight. So now let me tell you a skinny girl secret. When skinny girls are full, they will stop eating. You don't see when they order food, the delivery bag is completely empty. Not even any little fries in the bottom of the bag is empty. You don't see that. A lot of the time, they leave their food half eaten. They leave the burgers or whatever, sometimes just a bite taken out of it. Not because they're trying to be skinny, but because they're listening to themselves. Now, you may be like, oh, I have a friend who's skinny and she eats all the time and da-da-da. Well, unless you're with her 24/7, what likely is the case is that may have been her first meal of the day. Maybe she just had a very light breakfast. If you want to get slim, if you want to lose the weight, you need to learn to let go. You need to learn that it's okay to put the leftovers in the bin. You've put the money into making the food, but the money is gone. The money is not coming back. The money you spent at the restaurant is not coming back. The money you spent on that really expensive milkshake, it's not coming back. So would you rather it now be a case where it goes to the bin or to your gut, to your stomach? Which one is it going to be? Because that's the new decision you have to make now. Don't think of it as, oh, I've spent money, so I'm going to consume every last drop. Think of it as, I'm full. Would I rather it go to the bin or to my stomach and go against my goals? Because if you actually want to be slim, it should be the second option of letting it just go to the bin, or the first option. Yeah, overeating to get your money's worth is a huge trap. You shouldn't feel obliged to do that, no matter what. You should just remind yourself the money's already gone. Money circles through the economy all the time. You're gonna make money, you're gonna lose money. You also see it in binge cycles, where you've already had one meal. And because you've already had one meal and you feel like you've cheated on your diet, you had a meal that maybe wasn't within your diet plan, which I don't believe in diet plans. I think you should just have a lifestyle change. It shouldn't be, I can't eat cookies only once a week. It should just be like, I don't really eat cookies like that. The more restricting you make your diet, then the more it will just like fall back. If you were craving a cookie, eat a cookie, but just know that it's not something you do on a regular. But yeah, even when it comes to binging, indulging in one meal doesn't set back all the healthy habits you've built. If you starve yourself the next day because you've already ate a lot, or you decide to just eat even more because you've already eaten something unhealthy, you're only pushing yourself backwards. Ideal scenario, you've eaten something unhealthy, okay, cool. That's a one-off thing. Leave it at that. Back to healthy tomorrow. It shouldn't be, oh, continue eating. It shouldn't be, oh, starve myself the next day. Because then you're just going to repeat cycles and not lose the weight in a sustainable way. And if you're one of these people who want to lose weight by starving yourself, this page is not for you, because I've already been down that road. And if you actually want to glow up, you wouldn't starve yourself, because I've been bigger than I am now. And when I was starving myself, I looked so unattractive. So it's like, I was slim. I wasn't even so skinny. I was slim, but my face looked disgusting. I looked very malnourished. This page is for people who want to glow up. You want your hair to be long and thick. You want to look vital. You want to look healthy, but still have a very slim body. You want to look sexy. And starving isn't sexy. So If you're one of them people, I encourage you to get the help or to keep listening to this page on how to actually permanently lose the weight and keep it off. Don't restrict yourself to a calorie deficit that is extreme or an exhausting workout plan. Especially don't do it just because you've already started and you haven't hit your goal yet, because you probably haven't hit your goal yet because what you're doing isn't sustainable. What we're trying to be is upper echelon, top shelf, long term. So you can't be doing things that are a short-term fix or be doing unsustainable things if you want to have a sustainable lifestyle. Because like I said, this page is not for those girls. This page is for the girls who want to make permanent changes to their lifestyle. Let's say you've fallen into the trap of you've paid for a diet program or a personal trainer and you realize it's not working for you, but you're continuing to spend your time and energy consuming this or spending time with it because you've already spent money on it. That's another thing that's going to throw you back and put you backwards in your goals. The money is already gone. The money's already gone. Save the leftovers or put it in the bin. If it's something that is not really healthy and it was just like a little cheat meal or just like something that very high fat, very low protein, low fiber, maybe just put it in the bin, honestly. Next time you're craving it, which probably won't be for a while because you've already satisfied that craving because you're not restricting yourself. Next time you're craving it, just go back and get it. And if you can't finish it again, put it in a bin. If it's something that you really like, but you're just full, save it for tomorrow. Save it for the next day. Save it for a few hours. But what you're not going to do is force yourself to eat it. Because also our stomachs are kind of like elastic. So you probably notice when you start losing weight that your appetite gets smaller. The first few days, maybe the first week or so, it'll be hard. You feel like you're starving all the time. You want to eat. After a while, when you get to a certain weight, even eating a huge meal like you would have used to, you'll be getting full after the first few bites. That's because your stomach size also shrinks. So the capacity that your stomach can take in one sitting also reduces. So the more you keep consuming, just because you've already started and you've already paid for it, the more backwards your whole journey goes. Because now your stomach is used to being able to consume that large amount of food in one sitting because you forced it to do so. When in reality, your stomach was just trying to be a little skinny mini and be like, oh, I'm full now. And what you should have done is just put it away, save it for another day. But no, you're stretching it out. You're telling your stomach, no, we can eat this much. We are big enough. We can eat this much. Don't sabotage yourself. And comment for some other video ideas that you'd like to see.